This news update is brought to you by...
This is how we flow. Oh, the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Get 2 months of free movies and more when you sign up for Flow TV this Christmas.
This is the Barbados Day Evening Update for Thursday, December 31. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. It is time to get back to the issue of privatization, so says a senior Barbadian economist who has expressed strong concern about the island's continuing debt situation while advising the Frondel Stewart government to shed some of the statutory deadweight that is contributing to the current economic drag. In this regard, Carlos Fort, who is a senior economist in the Ministry of Finance in Ontario, Canada, made particular reference to the loss-making Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, which he described as a drain on the public purse.
On a daily basis, in the spirit of economic analysis and the research within the country would know what those entities are, and certainly the government would know. So I think a correct approach would be the framework. I think CBC is a fine candidate for privatization in the sense that it is clear that the private sector has the interest and would do a better job in delivering the product. Government can use legislation to ensure things like minimum domestic content and the like. We have regional media entities that have demonstrated their excellence. One media company, Barbados today has been a pioneer in online media and utilizing different forms of media in delivering what previously was a traditional newspaper. It has an online platform. There's now video and the like. So I think there are a range of entities that could be the subject of privatization. And Barbadians could be given the assurance that they don't have to fear losing what is really in their best interest, which is the delivery of the services that those entities provide.
Though it was still debatable which entities should be sold and which should be kept, Ford said there were a range of entities that could be the subject of privatization, including profitable entities such as the airport or the Bridgetown port, in which he said government may want to consider selling off its controlling interest. The opposition leader has called on government to address severe water outages being experienced across the country. Speaking following a tour of St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. Lucie and St. Thomas with other Barbados Labour Party members of Parliament and candidates today, Mia Motley said officials in charge of the sector needed to address residents on the issue.
This is not a matter for the Water Authority. This is a matter for the government and leadership of this country. Water is the most basic necessity that we need to survive. And we have a situation where most countries recognize that access to water and protection of water is a national security issue. And we therefore find it amazing that when you need your government, where are they? Barbadians from St. Lucie to St. Andrew to St. Peter to St. Joseph to St. John are asking where is the government when they need them the most. And I'm asking today, this is the last day of the year, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Sinclair, and Minister Eswick need to put aside whatever personal issues they have and come to the rescue of putting the solutions for the people of Barbados in the north to have access to water, and in the east of the country, as we're learning.
Police say they have made significant breakthroughs into investigations regarding yesterday's shooting of a police constable and illegal drug find. According to a release from Police Public Relations Officer, Acting Assistant Superintendent David Welch, a number of men are now in custody, assisting with both investigations. The police officer, whose identity is still being withheld, remains in stable condition at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital after being shot in the arm while carrying out a drug eradication exercise yesterday morning in Story Gap, Codrington, St. Michael. During the raid, police also seized over 5,000 cannabis plants, some as tall as 6 feet. Tempers fled at the Queen's warehouse located near the airport today as store owners accused custom officials of sabotage. The businessmen and women converged on the facility at 9 this morning, hoping to get their merchandise cleared to tap into the Old Year's sale to no avail. Instead, customs officials were meeting behind closed doors as irate entrepreneurs waited, which led to businessman Philip Small accusing officials of delayed tactics. He made it clear that he and his other colleagues are losing big as they were unable to get their products on shelves on one of the biggest shopping days of the year.
This problem, this started before Christmas, the transportation done an accident. So from that time to now, you mean that there's no replacement, there's nothing in place? There's nothing you can put in place for us? That don't make no sense? That don't make sense? And every time that you go, I'm never happy with people. Just a lot of delayed tactics. Man, this thing to sabotage. This thing is something to sabotage. And if you're a professional, they're professional. They're professional, right?
However, the situation would soon be rectified sometime later. The National Union of Public Workers makes another call for appointments to be made in the public service. In her year-end message, NUPW General Secretary Roslyn Smith pointed out that public officers have been without wages, increases, allowances, and in some cases increments for several years. Emmanuel Joseph has the details.
She said as the situation stands, members are unable to get financial assistance from lending institutions as temporary officers to meet needs such as housing. The General Secretary gave the assurance that it would not be sidetracked in its fight to ensure that public officers are given all due rewards. Smith also raised concerns about the levels of crime plaguing the country, which she says affected members and by extension the union, and promised that in the new year, the union will recommit itself to representing its members with calm, dignity, and frank dialogue to bring about reduced unemployment and crime in order for the country to return to its place as the gem of the Caribbean. Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong.
Regionally, a joint investigation is underway by UN Police Force and the local police following the fatal shooting of 2 female officers in Haiti. The officers, both from Rwanda, were found dead in their home on Wednesday. In a statement today, the Rwandan National Police said the 2 officers who were serving under the UN stabilization mission in the French Caribbean nation, Haiti, when they were killed. On the international scene, fire broke out at a luxury hotel in Dubai today. Debris could be seen falling from the high-rise hotel building called The Address. The blaze erupted ahead of the major New Year's Eve fireworks display.
Just after 1 o'clock in the morning here, and this fire broke. What we are being told by sources is that a curtain in a room on the 20th floor of this hotel caught alight and caused the hotel to effectively go up in flames. The hotel now is 90% contained so far as authorities are concerned. It is now just after 1 o'clock in the morning here, and this fire broke out at only 9:35 p.m., only 2.5 hours before the huge firework display just a kilometre or so away was due to take place, and indeed did go on. Now, let me tell you what we know so far as injuries are concerned. There have been 16 people who have sustained minor injuries from this fire, which was at the Address Hotel, a 5-star hotel and residential compound, 63 stories high, 196 rooms, as you rightly pointed out, a hotel that was full tonight, as are many of the hotels in Dubai, for what is one of the biggest fireworks spectaculars in the world. There are some 600 serviced apartments, Jim, at that hotel as well. So 16 injuries sustained, which were described as minor, one injury that was described as medium.
And that's our Barbados Today evening updates. But for the very latest, visitors on our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on iZoomi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. On behalf of the CEO and Editor-in-Chief, Kemar Jordan, and the entire Barbados Today team, thank you so much for your support in 2015. It was a pleasure serving you, and we look forward to your continued patronage in the new year. Here's hoping that 2016 brings you and yours lots of peace and happiness and good cheer. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Happy New Year.